So if they could pick 20 letters or 17 letters or something like that, I start them on a dictionary, and usually within a month or two, or within a month or two, I'm sure by 3 months they're using the dictionary, and I have kids doing that, and at first, the parents, no, they can't use the dictionary, and I was teaching in Kielbashi these kids, and they were just so good. I mean, like, I had like Aoi. If you check my webpage, my MY, the numeral 1 ENGLISH. This one girl named Aoi, she's big now. Man, she's real smart. But when she was 3, she was in that class, and them kids were, they're just so smart. And you do the ABCs, and you can only tell them so many times, ask them so many times, what's this letter before they get tired. Then I started, okay, fine. So, I just had them started writing, and I figured that they wouldn't they wouldn't challenge themselves to, write, but, we'll start writing, and eventually they started remembering, and, it was another class too that was down the street from there, and like maybe a 20-minute walk or 15-minute walk, and I would teach there too, and I write the ABCs on the board, and I'll do this and I'll do that, and eventually they started reading it, remembering that, then go through the phonics and blah blah blah, and once you start doing the phonics, and once they started remembering, then I'll pick up a card, and then it might have like jump on it, and then it has someone jumping, and you look at their eyes, and they're looking at the words and not the picture, and then they'll start reading the words. And so what really got me was one student, almost like with emotion cards and stuff, but I use a verb card for eat and drink, and I just say I'm thirsty or I'm hungry, how are you? And one kid said, I am eat. I was like, huh? Why he saying I'm eat? No. Before he always said I'm hungry. Why he saying eat? And then I looked at the card, and on the bottom of the card it had the word eat. And I was like, oh my God, this kid actually read this, So it was really weird. And once I figured out they started reading, then I started making conversations. And the conversations that I made before, I used them with these kids in Suita City. The one with the mother I was just saying about, with the guy with the that bought my jewelry and stuff, from the swap meet and stuff that I used to go to, and it was just so interesting how those kids just started reading. So when I started making conversations, I wasn't making conversations that would be close to what they can understand, but it would just be these long. First it was short, but then it just got long and started talking about all kinds of stuff, and nothing wasn't, tamed or aimed at anything, but they tackled it and translated to Japanese, and then I asked them questions about it, and it was weird. And then for some reason I just popped in my mind to write a grammar book, and the grammar book that I wrote is basically was real light, and it taught about it taught kids about, wow, that is just so noisy. It taught kids about subjects and verbs only, and of course you break down the verbs. The verbs is be verbs, action verbs, positive, and I'm not positive, but singular and plural, and then past, present, and future tense, then present, perfect, present, continuous, present participle, ing words, and then I taught them about the past, present, and past perfect tenses and stuff, and it's real easy, the way I teach. And so I taught that book, and I started writing it, and it's probably some stuff in there that they don't really need to know, but I wrote it anyway, not for the fact that they'll remember it or anything, but where am I? This is 32 Osaka. Oh my God. I wrote it just for them, for how can I say, a review of the words and stuff like that, and So I tried to teach it to these other kids, but the mother, because like the kids got so good, and then she started, because I asked her, let's do the business together, but I was teaching her. She's rich, and they owned this apartment building that was in front of their house, and so we can other students and do half everything. But she's like, no, and that's getting better, and all the kids started reading good. Then she started trying to, jerk me around. She's talking about, well, me and the parents, we don't want to pay extra for this, for every time you got books, and this, because at Nova, we go to Nova, and, everything's included, and they lying and stuff, because I know Nova's kind of expensive and stuff, and this and that, and I told her, I said, okay, fine, I'm not going to go down low on my price, because I think they were paying like $80 a month for 1 hour, and I know that if their kids went to anywhere else, they wasn't going to be reading in a year, because them kids started reading in maybe like a year or less than a year, and they were reading real good. And I know Nova or no other place don't teach that way, because this one school that I'm teaching at and stuff, their mother, the lady that owned it, she was an English teacher too, and she had me teaching the way everyone else teach, and the results were just so long and stuff, So she was like, okay, fine, we want to lower the price and this and that, and I was like, no, I'll just quit, and you guys can find another teacher. I said, because actually I just straight up told him, I said, actually I can teach them the reading and all that stuff, but the topics that we can discuss are going to be really basic and stuff, and I'm not a professional English teacher. And there's other people around here, other English teachers around here that can actually get into specifics, because like if you go to college, most of these English teachers out here didn't major in English, they majored in other subjects and stuff, so like math, English, history, science, or whatever. And because of their children's ability to comprehend a lot of the English and stuff, that if they got one of those teachers, then those teachers could teach them English topics and stuff, history or whatever. And I said, I think that would be the better route to go, because eventually I'm going to get to the point where I'll get to the point where there might not be so much progress for your kids, as far as if you want them to start, reading history, and like I could teach a little bit of math, but it's been a long time since I've done that, so I forgot, because like I said, I taught my daughter when she was 4 years old to 4.5 years old, in 6 months, all kinds of math and everything, and back then when I was doing it, it was real easy, and it was real easy for me to explain it, but what happened with some of the other parents, at first, because they all came at me at one time, but she was like the boss of everybody, and I told her straight up, I said, please, you can find some other teachers, and around there was a lot of white people, and I don't even know why I said it, but I said, there's a lot of white teachers around here, and you might feel more comfortable with them, and the other parents, when I said that, they're like, no, it's okay, we can pay your price, and da-da-da-da, and da-da-da, and I'm like, no, it's okay, I can quit, because, it's better that you guys actually get more, I wouldn't necessarily say qualify, but I guess I could say qualify, but I mean, you should get a teacher whose knowledge is